you go.
Thank you. Here's your saw.
Thanks a lot. The first thing you do is buy the Christmas tree, but that's the easy part, even at a place like this where you have to saw it down yourself. The next step is buying the Christmas presents, and sometimes that's not so easy, especially if you're trying to find a gift for a computer nut. Well, today we'll take a look at some great Christmas gift ideas for the computer user on your shopping list on this special holiday edition of the Computer Chronicles.
The Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by McGraw-Hill, publishers of Byte magazine, and Bix, the Byte Information Exchange. Additional funding is provided by the Software Publishers Association and by Intel Corporation, Personal Computer Enhancement.
Welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stewart Cheifet, and with me this week by the magic of television from Monterey, California, Gary Kildall.
Merry Christmas, Stewart.
And Gary, I'm going to show you something neat. I know you're going to want to buy this for Christmas. This is called U-Force from Broderbund, and I've got Don Panic here from Broderbund to show us how it works. What exactly is U-Force, Don?
U-Force is a controller for your Nintendo Entertainment System, and it is the first video game controller that will actually translate the actions that you make onto the screen while you touch nothing. For example, I have a boxing game here that I'm going to demonstrate on this. There's a series of infrared sensors here which are going to reflect off of me and translate my actions onto the screen.
Okay.
So for example, I come up here, I throw an uppercut, knocked him down immediately.
That was good.
That was fabulous. Okay, unfortunately, he's going to get up here in just a second, and I'm going to have to go at him again here.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw a lower punch this time. Translates that down there. I can duck to the side by moving my hand here to the side. Throw a few more uppercuts up here. Oh, he's getting a couple in there. Now I'm going to go up again like this. And it's reflecting off of me and translating this right onto the screen.
That's fantastic.
Like that.
How much does that sell for?
It'll be about $70 retail in most stores.
All right, Gary, do you have anything that good you're going to show us later in this program?
Well, Stewart, I do have a cute little digital toy here for the kids. This is Preston Parrott, and he's got a little computer chip inside of him, a little bit of random access memory, and he does a little voice processing. So I'll turn Preston on here. And he starts out with a little bit of animated action. Okay, Preston, are you through? Preston, want a computer chip? Come on. Okay. That's a cute little toy for the kids, and I'm going to come back with one for the grown-ups.
All right, Gary and I will be joined in just a minute by Jan Lewis, Paul Schindler, two special guests as we take a look at some terrific Christmas gifts for the PC and the Macintosh. We'll be back with part one in just a second, Christmas gifts for the PC, so stay with us. With us in the studio now is Jan Lewis, sitting in Gary Kildall's usual hot seat. We have John Dickinson, executive editor of PC Magazine, and our friend Paul Schindler. And you're the guest here, so you're going to go first, John. What kind of good Christmas gifts do you have for us?
Well, one of the newer low-cost items around is a hand scanner, which lets you scan images into a desktop publishing program or anything else like that. This is the Logitech ScanMan, and it lets me, just with the mouse, go over and click on Scan, and take a nice little Christmas image that you might want to scan in and send to your friends.
You're scanning a Christmas card.
Scanning in a Christmas card.
Into what program, John?
This is into Logitech Finesse, which is a desktop publishing program.
Wow, that is fast.
Goes right in there. And there's the image. And we're going to save it, which of course we have to do somehow. And we'll just call this Xmas, which seems like a nice name. Okay, and click on that. And then we'll go back to the original Finesse program and bring that image in just as quickly as we can. Somewhere down here is
Xmas.
Xmas. Just bring it in, and there it is.
Wow.
Right into your document, and you can make that the basis of a letter that you're going to send all your friends.
That's nice.
So you can customize this to reflect something that you personally want to...
To be the annual Christmas letter from your family.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a low-cost stocking...
Well, what's the Scan Man sell for before you get
It sells for between $200 and $300.
Not bad.
And you need a little publishing package like this. It comes with a paint package, but a desktop publishing package like this is less than $200, and you need a mouse that costs less than $100. So they're all good Christmas items.
What else you have?
The ultimate stocking stuffer, box of floppy disks.
Right.
This is the, in the computer age, what's the equivalent of giving socks to your friends for Christmas. Maxwell has a promotion that gives you a portion of the John Madden football game from Electronic Arts with the 11th floppy disk in a box. And the ultimate secret weapon, a Casio Boss for your friends.
Oh, you're one of the guys who actually uses those things.
I actually use this. This saves my life. It keeps my diary together, my schedule. It has all my telephone numbers in it. If you don't like the small one, you can get the slightly larger one that Casio makes for about $100 more than the $200 that this one costs. And best of all, with this cable and some software from Traveling Software, you can link it up to your PC and maintain the same data in both places very, very simply and quickly.
I may have to get one. All right, that's great. Jan, it's going to be your turn next.
Great. We have real fun. Can you get me out of here?
I sure can.
And what I'm going to show is something that I'm delighted is a software package that basically claims to reduce productivity.
Okay.
And I think for Christmas, that's wonderful.
It's honest software.
It's honest software, and it's fun software. What it does is it allows you to play with fractals. Right now, fractals are things that people are hearing about an awful lot.
This is Fractools.
Fractools is the name of the package. It's also the directory.
There we go.
Okay.
So let's
Okay, go
take
ahead.
this.
Show us what this does.
Okay. And what you're going to see here is some pre-generated slideshows and effects and things of that nature. So let me show you what you have a choice of. You bring this up, and you can either look at individual images, individual slides, or individual slideshows. So let's say I'm going to pick a slideshow. It'll give me my choice of what kind of slideshows I want. And I'm going to start with this one here, the intro. It takes a little while to load it up, but what you're going to see is something that would normally take days and days to produce. And what's going to happen here is these are all starting from the same, what's called a Mandelbrot set.
Yeah.
And it's going through various iterations, it's changing the palettes, it's doing various things. We can also affect it by changing the direction and things of that nature. And it goes through, and you can sit here and watch this for hours.
And that's really all you're supposed to do, right?
Well, there's a couple of things you can do. You can, first of all, use the slideshows that come with the system, or you can use these special effects and the various things that come with the system. But what you actually can generate your own fractals and your own slideshows. Each of the nobody has ever seen a fractal show this fast, and the reason is that each of these frames can take maybe 12 hours to generate. They're very simple to set it up and to allow it to start the process of generating, but each of those can take, let's say, overnight. So you can make your own slideshows, just allow a few days and set it in motion overnight and paste them together
You can
afterwards.
actually print these out, Jan? Is that
You
what
can
these
print
are?
these out, yeah, and these are just some of the images you're seeing on the screen right now. You can, some of these,
That's gorgeous.
this stuff,
Wow.
and
Fractools.
Fractools is the name of it. And
How much is it?
the price of the package is $59, and until the end of this year, meaning the Christmas season, is $45.
Not bad.
And it comes from a company that actually makes productivity tools, but this is a tool guaranteed to reduce productivity.
What else do you have, Jan?
I'm going to show you SimCity, which is one of the cleverest games I think that has ever come out.
Are you through with it, Jan?
I am, yeah. SimCity basically lets you create your own cities and run your own cities. And you have all the dynamics that you would normally have in running a city. You have to decide on things like building roads. You have to decide on taxes. If you, let's say, don't maintain your police force or your fire department, you might get voted out of office.
Mayor simulation.
It's a mayor simulation to a certain extent, yeah. And then there's various scenarios that are built in, such as natural disasters or things of that nature. You can also create your own cities, create your own scenarios, and therefore other people who have the package can trade cities with each other or trade scenarios with each other.
SimCity.
SimCity, right.
Sounds great. Paul, I hear you making noise.
Jan, I'm sorry that I stepped on your discussion there. This is called Black Hole, and it's actually called Beyond the Black Hole. And this one is it's a $50 package from Software Toolworks in Chatsworth, California. And you know, on the surface, you could say, well, it's just another arcade game. However, this game is actually 3D,
Is it
and
really? I've seen that.
it uses the same process they used for that 3D Super Bowl commercial. And what you do, Stewart, is you put on these clear on one side
lovely,
glasses. Now, don't try this at home, kids. Yeah, but as I look at this now, that ball appears to be going in and then back out, and you the goal is you're supposed to ring all the bells, and I'll just show you that there's a little fuel indicator there on the bottom. If you run out of fuel, you go to Vern's Orborama. Vern's Orborama, and you're supposed to go through those orbs to pick up gas. The problem with this is that I can't work it. My 9-year-old daughter Marlo is fine on this thing. I am just absolutely impossible on it.
And that's called black hole.
And that's called black hole.
Okay.
And I'll just get out of that. And,
show us quickly what else you have.
Yes, I have Tree Saver. Now you could say to yourself, well, what on earth would you want to have? How could you save trees with software? Well, the answer is this. Boy, I can't see with those on. They're great for playing the game, but what you have, Stewart, is it's photo reduction software for laser printers. So you can print 2 to a page or 4 to a page, and you may say, well, that's impossible to read. And the fact is that it's possible to read it. That's a great piece of software. That's $90 from DiscoverSoft in Alameda, California. And finally, for the portable computer owner, this is an indispensable tool. This thing is called the Road Warrior. It's from a company called CP Plus in Huntington Beach, California. 2 versions, the $50 version and the $139 version. And the difference is this little thing here, which means even in a hotel where you can't get to the plug at the wall, this will allow you to use your portable computer on the handset cord. Terrific, terrific. If you know somebody owns a portable and travels, this is just a fantastic gift. And reasonably priced, I think.
All right, it is finally my turn. I have up here on the PC a great program if you know somebody who's a CompuServe user. This just came out literally this day. It is a very lovely, friendly Windows interface for working on CompuServe. It saves you tremendous amounts of time. It makes using CompuServe fun, not the drudgery of that usual interface. It's $25 and you get $15 worth of online credit, so it basically costs you $10 to get this. Anyhow, it's called CompuServe Information Manager, and it really makes using CompuServe a heck of a lot easier. I want to show you one other thing here, which is kind of fun right now, if I can get in here. This is a translation program that actually works. It's a Spanish to English translation program. It's not very expensive, a few $100s, and let me just show you how this works. This is really terrific. We'll put into keyboard translation, and all you do is type in an actual sentence here. And I think I just messed that up. You have to name those files. Okay. Anyhow, what you do is you type in an English sentence, you type translate, and out comes a Spanish sentence. It's great if you're trying to do simple communications in English and Spanish. Real briefly, Banner Mania, a wonderful program, about $30, $40 or so. Look at the kinds of things this does, Jan, if you'll help me. Any idiot like me can make these gorgeous, gorgeous banners. That's Banner Mania. Let's get rid of that real quick. 2 things real quick. This is a lot of fun. The Voice Master Key. Voice recognition, people laugh at it. $149. It actually works, and even when it doesn't, it's great fun to play with. Software, board, headset, microphone, and so on. You can do wonderful things. It really is a productivity tool if you're doing certain kinds of applications. Stocking stuffers, hint books, I find, are very much appreciated. A couple of bucks. If somebody's trying to solve this adventure game and they haven't had much luck, they will love it. That's my stuff. Now, Gary, it is your turn. What do you have to show us?
Well, Stuart, with all the interest in desktop video, I picked a desktop video peripheral. In this case, it's the Sharp liquid crystal projector. And this thing works very much like a slide projector, except it projects video, of course. A single light source in here and 3 layers of LCD displays, one for red, one for green, and one for blue. And since it's a single light source and a single lens, then you have no convergence problems whatsoever. You can set it up as close as you like within reason to the screen or to a whiteboard. You can use it in the boardroom, or you can watch football at home, whatever you like. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a tape that I've created using desktop video and play it with this player TV combination as a source for the video. And as you see, I'll be zooming in here now and focusing the lens. Okay. And now I can zoom back out, and I can go up to a 7-foot diagonal if I like. So you can see this is a very handy, lightweight device. It's about $3,000. It's my pick for this Christmas.
We're back in the studio. With me again, Jan Lewis, and joining us now, Andrew Eisner, Labs Director with Mac User Magazine. Jan, I'm going to ask you to start this time.
Great, we got some neat stuff here.
For the
First
Macintosh.
of all, for the Macintosh,
Okay.
all for the Macintosh. First, I'm going to do the Casio Boss One Better. They were small, but look what I've got here. This is a wrist Mac. And what this allows you to do, it's a little wristwatch, but it has the connector. You put it right into your modem port of the Macintosh, and you get data back and forth. You carry around your phone numbers, your to-do list, your schedules. It'll even do alarms.
The answers to the exam questions?
I think they probably would, as a matter of fact.
I like it.
So this is a great little toy. Then we have the Farallon Portable Pack, and this is everything you need on the road, either to run with your Mac Portable or your Mac SE or whatever you're carrying on the road. It's got everything in here that you need. It's got all the various types of connectors.
This is kind of like what Paul showed us on the PC side?
Exactly, exactly the same type of thing. And here it's got various types of RJ11 splitters, dual edge screwdriver.
Software slots.
Right. And then it's more than just software slots. It has 2 copies each of Timbuktu and Remote Timbuktu, which allows you to control your Mac from afar over the phone line or in your own office. So this is about $800 worth of stuff in here. And unless you think this is a Swiss Army knife of portables, it even has a Swiss Army knife.
That is great.
And then, of course, with all those cables, it also includes instructions for how to hook things up and how to make them work.
And what's the Farallon Portable Pack cost?
It cost about $400, and if you bought these things retail, it would be about $800.
Fantastic.
So it's a real good deal. Then I have a bunch of books that I think are very interesting. One is the HyperTalk Bible, and I think this is a real good one to be using. A fairly new book on the market is Dr. Macintosh, another really good book. MIDI programming for the Macintosh. And this is anyone who wants to use MIDI and music and all sorts of neat stuff like that. Brand new is Macintosh Hypermedia, and this also is great. And last but not least is the Mac User 200 Best Macintosh Products.
Very good segue, Jan. We're going to get back to you in a minute. Andrew, what do you have for us from Mac User?
Well, Stewart, I've got the ultimate holiday gift here. I've got the Macintosh Portable.
That's for sure.
This unit has a 40 megabyte internal hard disk, 1 meg of RAM, and will cost you about $6,500.
Kind of spin that around a little bit so we could see it, Andrew.
All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a label for your Christmas gifts on this label writer from CoStar.
That's this little guy in the middle over here?
That's right.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is now print out, right now it's printing out a label. It's very fast, and there it is, coming out right now. So you can just, when that comes out, you can just tear that off.
So that's just a little peripheral that you plug into what?
That's right. It goes right into the serial port of your Mac, and it'll print barcode labels too. Now, I also have a new product from Calcom.
Maybe you can put the lid of the portable down so we can see that.
Let's put this out of the way. I've got the Whiz tablet from Calcom, and what it has is a 6-button mouse. The buttons on here actually rock both ways, so you actually get 6 buttons. What you do is you get these templates, and they come from most of the popular Macintosh programs, and you can point and click on the templates and perform a lot of functions. For the lower budget, I have, you can get this product for about $30. What it is it's a hyper dialer from DataDesk, and it goes in between your phone and your handset, and you call up your electronic Rolodex, and it dials a number automatically.
Directly from your Mac.
From your Mac.
You can send other sounds, though, through your telephone.
That's right,
using that.
that's right. If you've got your sounds towards, yes, I know. You can send some rather amusing sounds, I'm sure.
What's that box?
This box is actually a very nice telecommunication package. It's always nice to get online for the holidays. And this comes with a Mac telecommunication package. The cable is all ready to work on the Mac, and it's a 2400 baud modem and a built-in fax modem for $299.
Not bad.
So it's quite an attractive package.
Andrew, you've got one more little thing, I think, to show.
Oh, yes, that's right. How could I forget? This is the ultimate stocking stuffer, and this is a 1 megabyte SIM, and with System 7 about to come out in 1990, which will require 2 megabytes, this would be a wise idea. You can get this for about, these sell for about $80 to $100.
Stocking stuffer. Right.
Wise idea.
All right, I have a couple things to show you guys before I get back to you, Jen. First of all, if you can't afford the Mac Portable, and you want to run your Mac in your car, you can do it with this thing called Power Trip from Zerko. It's, I think, about $150 or so. Plug this into your cigarette lighter, plug your Macintosh right into here, and you can operate a fax machine, a computer, right inside your car at any time. For people who don't like mice, this is really a neat product called the Unmouse. Okay, it's from Microtouch. This is it. This is an actual portrayal of your screen. Whatever you touch is exactly where the cursor goes. It's also a graphics tablet, 1,000 points by 1,000 points. A very nice alternative to the mouse if you don't like a mouse. This is a neat little product, a cordless keyboard Okay, very good if you're making presentations on your Macintosh. You need to walk around the room, but you want to run the computer. Infrared over here, it actually works. You can run more than one computer from here. You can have 2 different people with these keyboards running the same computer, kind of dueling spreadsheets. And it has a memory function. If you have to do things like Alt F2 or Shift F3, if you hit the Alt or function, any command key, it remembers it for a couple seconds. It knows you're doing one-finger operations here, and you can run the computer that way. Very neat. It's called the Tote Board from Enview, and it's $299. Last but not least, for this Christmas season, the Word processor, an electronic Bible, the entire Old and New Testament, on floppy disks. You put it on your computer. You can do a word search if you want to know what the Bible has to say about love or whatever it happens to be. You just punch in the word, searches out the Bible for you. Also has a thesaurus mode. So if you don't pick the right word, if you say, what does the Bible have to say about obeying, it'll also come up with commandments and words that mean the same thing. Under $50, very neat program. Also runs on the PC, by the way. Jan, you have one more thing to show us.
Great. And this, to me, is the ultimate one. What this is doing, it's the apps Micro TV. And what this is doing is you're going to actually see live TV signals coming in. I'm going to turn it on. And here we've got a little Steve Martin thing running. We can adjust.
Wait a minute, we're watching TV on the Mac screen.
On the Mac screen. Adjust the brightness, contrast, things of that nature. Stuff like that.
So I can be in my office working on a spreadsheet and also watching the football game at the same time.
Exactly, and you can put this in the background.
Okay.
And you know, be doing something else, and you might want to do that. You might want to keep something up, the news network or whatever. You see something that looks interesting, you tune it up.
Wow.
We can also do this with a camera. And let me just show you that from the camera feed, if we can find the camera down here.
So you've got a regular camcorder thing plugged in there.
The same thing, basically, right? Let me load that back up. Okay, so
and that's a live shot of actually what you're pointing at right now.
This is actually a live shot. In fact, Andrew, make a funny face or something so that we know it's...
Wave to your mom, Andrew. There we go. Look at that. Okay. And you were able to freeze that and capture that.
Able to freeze that one.
Oh, goodness. Hello there.
Let's see.
Right, that's real. I can see that. Okay, oops, okay.
Okay, we got that frozen.
You've captured that.
Captured the cameraman. And once we've done the capture, let's just take a look at what we have here.
I'll hold that for you.
Oh, great. Once we've done the capture, we have it in the clipboard, and we can now do anything we want with it. For instance, we can put it, I have a Mac Write document open, and I can just take this and paste that right into the clipboard, right into the document, and now we've got 2 Stewarts right in a row.
Jan, that is fantastic.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
What is it called again? How much does it cost?
It's called the apps Micro TV. It costs just under $400. Let me just show you the box so you can, get it.
Under $400?
Under $400. This is fantastic. I mean, to me, this is the favorite toy that I have for this Christmas.
Yes, that may be even better than the Mac Portable you've got. It's a lot cheaper, I'll tell you that. That's our look at Christmas gifts for the computer person on your shopping list. Have a happy holiday, and we'll see you again next week.
Random access file this week, IBM has started shipping video display terminals with reduced electromagnetic radiation levels. According to IBM, the new low-emission terminals are an effort to please customers rather than a reaction to proven health hazards. Studies on the dangers of VDT exposure have been inconclusive. IBM expects to incorporate the new lower emission technology in all its cathode ray computer screens, although it will not be replacing existing units. Other computer manufacturers say they have no plans to follow suit. A new program may help make design work on different computer systems a little easier to deal with. Picture this from FGM Incorporated enables graphics files from various computers to be converted into PICT files and consolidated on the Macintosh, where they can be displayed or edited. Picture this as shipping now and costs $99. Kodak is offering a tiny printer for use with the Macintosh Portable. The Diconix M1500 is an inkjet printer that has the new Adobe Type Manager software. The 3-pound unit runs on C batteries. It'll be available in January for about $700. Laptop pioneer Sir Clive Sinclair's Cambridge Computers will launch a new IBM-compatible portable in April. It's intended to undercut a similar system by Psion. The new Sinclair portable weighs just 3 pounds and includes a single 3.5-inch floppy drive and a 20 or 40 meg hard drive. The days of nickel-cadmium batteries may be numbered. Gates Energy Products has announced it'll soon offer nickel metal hydride batteries that will replace NiCads in portable computers. The metal hydride batteries promise a 50% higher capacity than NiCads. They'll also allow manufacturers to design systems that consume more power than is possible with existing NiCads. Gates says sample nickel metal hydride batteries should be available next year, with full production scheduled for 1991. Lotus has a new 123 add-in to help factory engineers and managers analyze production data. Lotus Factory enables users connected to a network to manage and monitor shop floor activity. Data can be captured automatically and analyzed with all the functions of the 123 spreadsheet. Factory has a suggested retail price of about $800. And now here's Paul Schindler with a software review.
Each year, more PCs work alongside Macs. That's great because companies get the best of both computing worlds that way. And as you'll notice, the two systems are even beginning to look alike. Unfortunately, the similarity is only skin deep. PCs and Macintoshes have completely different file structures. Thus, a PC cannot read Mac disks, and a Mac cannot read PC disks. Now, a number of methods have been devised to overcome this incompatibility. One that I like is iOmega's Bernoulli file exchange, which uses these cartridges, able to hold 44 megabytes of data. Now, all I do is transfer the cartridge from a PC Bernoulli drive to a similar drive on my Macintosh. File exchange software allows my Mac to directly read PC files converted to standard Mac file and folder icons. Here's some text created on the PC showing up in the Macintosh word processor right now. You can transfer graphics files too if your application runs on both the Mac and the PC. In this case, a Lotus 123 file is automatically directed by File Exchange to Macintosh Excel, where you can see it now. Bernoulli file transfer, along with Bernoulli drives, come from iOmega in Roy, Utah. For the Computer Chronicles, I'm Paul Schindler.
Finally, Atari is introducing a handheld game machine to compete with Nintendo's Game Boy system. The 1-pound Lynx features detailed color graphics and sound effects. Both the Lynx and the Game Boy will come with one game cartridge and accessories. The biggest difference may be price, with the Lynx at $180, twice as expensive as the Game Boy. Only 70,000 Lynx units will be available in the U.S. before Christmas, so the Lynx may well become this year's Cabbage Patch Kid. That's it for this week's Random Access. I'm Kate McGargy.
The Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by McGraw-Hill, publishers of Byte Magazine, and Bix, the Byte Information Exchange, and by Intel Corporation, Personal Computer Enhancement. Additional funding is provided by the Software Publishers Association, which reminds you that software is produced by people whose income is derived from legitimate software sales. Software piracy is a federal offense. When a few people steal software, everyone loses. For a transcript of this week's Computer Chronicles, send $4 to PTV Publications, Post Office Box 701, Kent, Ohio 44240. Please indicate program date.